Hey, thanks for checking out my video. I'm Olivia. It's been a little while. It's been a while since I filmed. It's been a while since I've done something full glam. If you could hear the footsteps or whining, my puppy's really unimpressed right now that I'm not playing with him. But anyway, I'm just getting ready for a friend's wedding, so I thought it was a good time to maybe try to film a video, maybe slowly get back into the YouTube rhythm, and we'll see how it goes. So I did turn off my AC so it could be quiet for the video, so excuse me while I undress. My hair's also a bit of a mess, it's just drying, just ignore it. But on my face right now I already have the Becca Under Eye Corrector. I just have this Smashbox foundation primer, and then I'm wearing this lip balm from NARS. So I did take a little bit of a break from filming and doing YouTube. It's been a while since I've been on Instagram too. I know I mentioned in some other videos that things were getting a little bit busy because I did get a new job and things were really busy with work. And my partner and I did also get a puppy recently. So I haven't really had the time to do anything except work and play with my puppy. Before we get into the makeup, I'll give you a little introduction. I'll be right back. So this is my baby Atlas. He's a rescue and he's 5 months old now. And this is the reason I've been too busy to do YouTube. So if he's not too camera shy, you might see him in a couple other videos. But yeah, this is Atlas and he just licked off all mommy's moisturizer. Yeah. Yeah, he's handsome. Look how handsome he is. Isn't he the most handsome boy? Yeah. All right, so let's just get into the makeup. So as I mentioned, it's been kind of a while since I've done something full glam. I haven't really had the time to like play around too much with makeup, but since I am attending a wedding, I thought it was a good time to get back into it a little bit. And to start, I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is very old. Very old. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with the also super old Tarte Shape Tape. If you're newer to my channel, I tend to use older makeup because I used to hoard a lot. So I don't really purchase new makeup products, at least in like the base department, because I have so many. I mean, eyeshadow palettes are definitely my biggest temptation, but I've really stopped spending since we moved into a house and had more obligations. Even before that, I really stopped buying complexion products. I would say with the exception of like concealers and brow products, because I actually do go through those relatively often. But yeah, so for that reason, I really just tend to use older stuff on my channel, at least for the time being, until I can use some things up. So if you want to see more of that, this is the place to be. Before I go in with any powders, I'm going to use this Persona Cream Bronzer in the shade Dune. And then I'm going to use this Flesh Stick in the shade Startle. I've dabbled in cream products before, not very much, so I don't know if it's just because I haven't used them enough or if it's this combination specifically, but I've been loving these products together. I feel like it almost gives me like a glass skin effect, and I don't know, again, if it's specifically these products or if that's just what creams do and I just haven't used them enough, but I've certainly been loving this combo. If you saw my last Shop My Stash video, you know that these have actually been in my everyday makeup drawer for quite a while. I was trying to do the Shop My Stash videos, like, originally I wanted to do them bi-weekly, and then I was trying to do them at least monthly. I might try to get back into it seasonally, and that way I feel like I won't overcommit. So I'm going to try to do one within the next week or two for the fall season, even though we're kind of already in it. And then I might try to do a new one for the winter, and then I'll see what kind of routine I can get back into. Because I was having a lot of fun with those. They're just a lot of work to film and edit. Those probably take me the longest to edit. But yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to get back into a little bit of routine because I was having a lot of fun with YouTube. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can carve out some more time as my son gets older. But yeah, here's the base so far. I'm gonna go over with powder bronzer and blush, and then I'll do like a finishing powder as well. For powder bronzer, I'm gonna use the Bronze Cheek Face and Glow palette by Natasha Denona, and I think I'm just gonna dabble between these two shades down here. I feel like I might have gone too heavy on the bronzer, but that's fine. And then for blush, I'm gonna go into this NARS palette. This is the Overlust Cheek palette. And I think I'm gonna go blue for the eyes because my dress is blue. So I think I'm just gonna mix all 3 shades at the bottom here because they're pretty muted. And I feel like the formula is pretty sheer, so I know I won't go overboard. So yeah, we got Atlas about 2 months ago. It was middle of July. We had been applying for a dog through different rescues for at least a couple months, and I really didn't realize how competitive it was going to be able to rescue a dog, which I mean is a good thing because you have to go through a lot of steps and fill out a lot of applications. You have to have all your references. So I do really appreciate the effort they put into finding these dogs a good home. But oh my god, was that stressful, because if you found a dog that you really wanted and you talked to your partner about it and you waited like a day too long, there would already be several applications. So it was pretty competitive, but I'm obviously very happy with how it turned out. I feel like we got the perfect boy. I was going to use one of these highlighters, but I think I might save the highlight for last, and I'm going to see if I feel like matching the eyes and doing something like a little blue, or if I just want something plain. I'll kind of decide later. I'm going to go in with this Becca powder under the eyes, and then I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me just in my T-zone to mattify a little bit. So when we got Atlas, we were told that his mom was like half shepherd, half Akita, and then they didn't know what the dad was. So Bradley and I decided to do a DNA test because we were very curious as to what he might be, just because he has really interesting colors. He has like really cute brindle paws, so we weren't sure. And I don't know if we fully trust the results, but when we got them back, it said he was like 34% Lab Retriever, which I feel like checks out. I feel like he has the Lab Retriever face. But then it also said he was like 30% Husky, which he was rescued from Northern Canada. And I know those tend to be a mixture of like Husky Lab or Shepherd, so it makes sense. I feel like I just don't see it. And then it also said he was a smaller percentage Boxer. I think it was like 11% or something. And then the rest was Shepherd. So again, I don't know how accurate those tests tend to be, but it was fun to figure out what exactly he is. And he's also a 100% handsome and perfect boy. So if you're curious, that's also part of his genetic composition. I feel like I went heavy on the powder, but it's fine. Before I make myself late, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then I'll be back. All right, so the brows are done. As I mentioned, I wanted to do something blue for the eyes. I was either thinking, well, I kind of know what I want. I think when the trend came out, it was called a reverse cat eye, where you do like kind of the bold liner from the lower lash line. So I was thinking of doing that with the blue and then maybe just some light neutrals in the crease. The alternative was like maybe a bold blue smoky eye kind of all over with like a pop of gold in the front. But it's a Sunday evening wedding. I feel like it might be a little much. So even though I said I was gonna do full glam, I might just do the reverse cat eye instead, which I feel like is still dramatic. I also feel like for me, full glam really just means using like a foundation instead of a skin tint. So technically, I could check the box. Anyway, I wanted to use the Sea Talk palette between Odin's Eye and Lauren May Beauty. This is what the color story looks like. If you caught one of my last videos, it was either a Shop My Stash or it was palettes I'm using for the summer. I did have this pulled out to reach for over the last couple months, and I did not. Not to put the blame on my puppy Atlas, but really I just didn't have the time or energy to do like bold, colorful looks for work. It was honestly hard enough just to get up early enough to put makeup on every day and still take him for like a morning walk. So really for the last couple months, I've been doing super basic looks. So no, I did not get around to using this, but we're gonna use it today. I also have this palette handy. It's just kind of lying around, and it's the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. So I might dip into this just for some of the lighter neutral shades to add some definition into the crease. So I'm gonna start with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. When we got Atlas, I mean, in terms of work, I actually got pretty lucky. I'm an independent contractor, so I work at 3 different locations right now. And I think it's because it was like the summertime, but there was a combination of either like 1 clinic, sometimes 2 being a little slow. So it actually worked out pretty well with the scheduling, and I was able to be home like a decent amount, so we didn't have to worry about someone coming in to let him out or anything. I think I'm gonna start with the cream shade here, just kind of all over the top of the crease, just to make sure everything's really diffused up there. And then I think I'll go in with Fuego in the actual crease to add some definition. But yeah, as I was saying, I was pretty lucky when we first got him, but then things really were picking up as they do. So as I'm sure you can imagine, it's just been a lot to juggle. It's been a huge lifestyle change. Thankfully, Brad's dad has helped quite a bit, and he's been able to pop over and spend some time with Atlas and let him out. So he's been a lifesaver, and I have been able to modify my schedule a little bit, but I would say starting probably end of October, I've been able to reduce some of my hours in office. So I'm hoping by then I'm in a little bit more of a routine. Hopefully things feel a lot more manageable and normal by then with the puppy. And hopefully I can get back into filming at least somewhat regularly. I don't want to deepen up the top part too much. I kind of want to focus on doing the lower lash line first, and then I'll see what to do from there. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to start with a navy blue liner, and I just found this one in my drawer from the brand Skin by Dimitri James. Honestly, this is probably from an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm, so it's probably super old, but I'm just going to go in with this anyway. And I'm going to put it on the waterline and like in between the lashes. And I'm okay if it gets a little bit messy. I'm going to top it over with a dark blue shadow. And then I'm going to blend it out. I'm just going to take it out a little bit in kind of the direction that the eye goes, if that makes sense. I feel like I should have used the tape method, but I don't know if I'm confident doing that for the lower lash line. Dad's home. I feel like this liner is oddly sticky. Like I feel like it's making my lashes stick together. And the end of the liner is skipping there. But that's also what I get for using a liner that's probably like 6 or 7 years old. I forgot to mention I've been using the dark blue matte from this palette, and I'm just going to take it on a pencil brush now and try to blend it out a little bit better. But I'm not going to work too hard with it because I feel like when everything's done, no one's really going to see the imperfections anyway. I do think I want to deepen up the outer corner a little bit, but the warmer matte brown in this palette is a little bit dark and I don't want it that dramatic on the top. Why did I say that whole sentence like it was a question? I think I'm going to do a little bit of the shade Sandy Bum just in the outer corner. I'm going to try not to mess with the wing too much. I don't know if I love that tone with the peach and the blue. I feel like I should have, I don't know, I feel like the three of them together kind of clash. But, I mean, most of it's going to be covered when I do a lash anyway, so I'm just going to go with it. Just take it into the crease a little bit more. It's fine. I'm just taking a little bit of that blue liner on the top. And I'm going to tie line a little bit too. And then again, I'm just going over it with the dark blue shadow. Seems I'm in the market for a new dark blue liner. I think I'm going to top over the lower lash line with the deep blue shimmer here. I'm just going to use my pinky and hopefully not make a mess. I think for the lid and inner corner, I'm going to go in with Canvas. I just don't know if it's bright enough for what I want, so I might top it with sea salt, or I might just find something else. But I'll try Canvas first. That might be okay. So I'm not really sure when I'm going to be able to get back into like a filming routine. I mean, hopefully it's soon. I would like to kind of get back into it soon. But I will say in the meantime, I do have a few videos pre-filmed. And by pre-filmed, I mean it was unintentional. Like I filmed these videos months ago. I just never got around to like actually editing them and posting them. Pretty sure there's one that I filmed in like January. So I mean, I don't know if it's realistic, but if I don't have the time to get back into like filming regularly, I'll try to work on actually editing those, and then at least I can have something to post in the meantime. But we'll see. I mean, if I don't have the time to film, I don't really know if I'm gonna have that much more time to edit.
What's mommy doing? She trying to film?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, bit me right in the face. Somebody bit me right in the face. Oopsies. But yeah, as I was saying, if I don't really have the time to like film and edit new videos, I don't know if I'll have the time to edit those old ones, but I did film them, so I would like to post them at some point. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more content over the next few weeks. We'll see. This is feeling a little incomplete, so I'm actually going to go in with the light blue shimmer here in like the inner corner, or the bottom at least, and then we'll probably finish up. And I might actually do some of that white shimmer right there. Alright, so I think that's going to be pretty much the look. I'm going to finish up with some mascara and lashes, and then I'll be back to do the lips and a highlighter. Alright, so this is the finished look. This lash was arguing with me quite a bit, so I did take the time to finish up my face. But for my highlight, I actually went in with this Solmon highlight palette from Odin's Eye. And I just used this blue shade here, so I did go in with a blue highlight. I also put some on the brow bone. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. And then for the lips, I just used this cashmere lip liner from Melt. And then I used a combination of the shade Tease from Melt as well. And then I used the shade Nude in the center. So yeah, this is the finished look. I like how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you soon for a new video. Bye!